Hey, it's your boy Andy Gavin, back with another Pi video. In this video we're going to talk about some interesting facts that you should really know about Pi, and then we can look at the future on where it's going to become, where the price could potentially go, you know. So you got to dive into the actual data. That's what we're going to do. Let's just roll that intro and let's get in the video. So as you can see, you know, had a big drop last couple of days, and now it's back up 7.1%. So yeah, don't get carried away with daily this daily price fluctuation. Don't, you know, that's the worst thing you can do. You've got to, if you really want to maximize, you know, the Pi that you have, if you're mining it or you just started, look at it long term. If you're a pioneer and you've got this, you know, you still got your Pi, then look at it long term, because that's where you're gonna make the big money. All right. And if you base your decisions, but you know, off daily things like this, and yesterday it was down to, well, it was like down to $1.36 and people sold, like, this is the dumbest thing to do, because it's only one day in crypto. Okay, so this price no doubt will go back up to $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, maybe up to $10 in time, but it's not going to get there overnight because the market cap's got to increase. So yeah, don't get carried away with this stuff, guys. You got to look at this long term. If you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, you know, it's down to 1.6 trillion and the price is 82. See, so Bitcoin's still down, the market's still like a bearish dip. Okay, we're still in a bull trend in my opinion, but this is just a dip. This happens. It is just normal in crypto. And you can see here Pi is number 13. Fun fact, Pi is number 13, and the actual blockchain that Pi is basically mirrored off is actually Stellar Lumens, which is number 18. So this is what drives Pi. There's the Stellar blockchain here, and it's actually above the original. So that's a first. I've never seen that done before. Fun fact for you. Okay, if we get into the metrics, you can see here in this unlock, right? Future unlocks. Okay, so this is really interesting to know, because you're going to be able to see, well, like what's coming and what's not. Like you can see here the amount that is going to be unlocked in March, April, unlocked here. See, this is what got unlocked just before on the 3rd, which is already passed. 1.6 billion was unlocked, and unlocked amount is 180. Okay, sorry, the unlocked amount was 188 million. And you can see as it goes on where these unlocks are. So this is really important to understand this. In April there's not going to be really a lot, maybe 91, and then in May, January, February, March, April, May is going to be another big unlock. It's going to be 182 million, and so will June. June's going to be a big unlock, 220 million, and then these are, you know, progressively going to go on. So there's going to be a lot of tokens unlocked, 180 million. But when you look at the supply, there's 100 billion, and if we look at the total supply, according to circulating supply, according to CoinMarketCap, it's just under or just over 7 billion. So in the grand scheme of things, yeah, there's quite a bit of dilution coming, but when you look at it, it's not really. If you look at the grand scheme of things, like, it's only 188 million. Obviously, you know, people are going to sell off. This is just unlock, right? If whether they sell it or not is another thing. So not all of this is going to be sold off. people are still going to hold their tokens. So as you can see here, this is really important. You can find this at I'll put the link below, explorepi.info. all right, so next, like 2026, like next year, there's going to be hardly any unlocks. Well, it's going to be unlocked, but it's literally, it's going to be really, really low. You can see here the maximum amount in next year will be here in December at only 100 million in December 2026, and then it kind of starts off at the first unlock. It will be February at only 115 million. So it's going to be slow and steady. If you come and look at the lockup periods as well, this is all interesting. So when you go into your lockup period on your app, you can dictate how much you want to lock up for. So 0 people are like, only a small amount of people put no unlock. 2-week unlock, 6 weeks unlocked. You can see here, look at the pie graph. 1 year unlocked, pioneers, okay. And then this is the pioneers, okay. So this is, they would have given you this option, I guess, I'm assuming from migration. And 3-year lock. So most people actually locked up their tokens that were pioneers for 3 years. Now, I don't know whether people mistakenly did this, but I didn't. I knew straight away that I wanted my token straight away. But some people actually, when they were given the option to do it, they actually locked it up for 3 years, and that's good for them. That it's just that if they're sitting on a lot of coins, they won't be able to access it till 2027. But the thing is, 2027 is going to be a lot of the price of Pi is going to be, it could be $30 or $40. So they're going to be accessing a lot of cash if this happens. But also there's going to be a big dump too, because a majority of these people that have locked up for 3 years will probably sell. I'm assuming if you can lock up for 3 years. I mean, you already had to wait 5 years, then you lock up another 3 years. That's 8. You already waited 8 years. Obviously you're going to sell, right? So there's going to be this huge jump. So just keep an eye on these future unlocks. Okay, come and visit this website on a regular basis. But yeah, in August towards 27th to basically December, I'm assuming the price is going to dump because all these people are unlocking. But with that said, that's still, not everything is unlocked. All right, not everything is locked up. We go and have a look at here. Pi locked here, it's only 5 billion that has been locked, right? The pioneers hold 1.9 billion, so really it's not a lot really in the grand scheme of things. Total pioneers 11 million. Migrated Pi 6 billion. So this is really interesting to look at. May lost Pi. This one's also another interesting one. May lost Pi, unclaimed Pi after 1 year unlocked. Well, that's interesting. But then a lot of these pioneers will also can't access that because they didn't keep their passphrase. So there might be total 11 million pioneers, but how many of those pioneers can I get access to their passphrase? I've seen a lot of posts for this. Half? Maybe a quarter? How many people out of all those people lost their passphrase? I would say a lot. So they're never going to be able to access their Pi ever again unless they find their passphrase. So that basically means that those coins they're never going to be on the blockchain. I mean, they're on the blockchain, but they're never going to be in circulation, is what I meant to say. Okay, so that is going to be very interesting, and that just means that they've essentially been taken out of the circulating supply, and that makes the rest of the supply or the rest of the circulating supply and the price, it just makes it more scarce. So by people losing it, unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us. So come and have a look at this website. It's really interesting on, kind of like what's happening. It's also got here this migration frequency. But I would say the most important one is this future unlock, in my opinion. This is the one you want to look at. But it's good to know that in 2026, like, most of this pie is really not going to get released at all, or very few. And I think the price of pie is really going to rocket into next year, because this year's like the first year migration's happening. They're going through the accumulation phase, the phase where everything's now going to settle down. People are selling off. I think next year's going to be the year, as based off this, releasing dates. That more exchanges are going to come on. You got the slight dilution of people mining. That's not going to really matter. And really, I think 2026 is going to be the one where pie is really start to go up in price a lot, right? So with that said, let's close with the price prediction. Obviously, everyone wants to know price prediction. Now, I said that it was going to go on Binance and it could pump to $10, but right now the market is down. The market sentiment, the whole market sentiment is pretty dismal. Of this political wrangling going on, and the wars, the tariffs, the stuff that's happening in America with Trump and around the world in Europe. So it's just doom and gloom at the moment, and FUD. And even though a lot of people are just kind of FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, that's going to contribute to this price, because if we look at the total market cap of cryptocurrency, it's 2.7 trillion. So roughly about 300 billion of that is moved out of the cryptocurrency market. This was about 3 trillion last week. 10 days ago, it was 3 trillion. So that tells you that we're sort of like in a dip at the moment. And that's going to probably affect the price of the pie if it goes on Binance. There's rumors that's going to launch on Binance on the 14th on Pi Day, but who really knows? I think it will. So it'll pump, but it won't pump as hard as I initially thought. I don't think it'll get to $10. Maybe it might get to $5 or $6, and that's still pretty damn good, because you could still potentially get a 2 or 3x. It just depends how hard it pumps, and then it'll pull back. So what I'm doing, my personal strategy is, and not financial advice, when this gets on Binance, I'll immediately sell my Pi coins. Let's say if it goes to $6 or $7, I'll sell all my Pi coins. I'll take the profit, and then everything that pumps will pull back. Okay, just trust me on this. All right, it doesn't keep on going up. It'll pump. It won't dump. It'll just pull back. All right. So let's say, for example, it goes to $7 and it pulls back to like $4.50. I'm going to buy back in my tokens that I sold for, hypothetically, if it went to $7 or $8. I'm going to sell at the top, and then when it pulls back, guess what? I'm going to buy back in the tokens that I got, and maybe more. You know what I mean? So I'm buying back. I'm making a profit, and then I'm buying back the tokens that I sold initially. So it only makes sense. Like, for me, it's going to be a win-win, because I'm not going to lose, because I'm still going to have the amount of tokens that I started off before I sold. Plus, I'll have profit. Okay, so that's my own strategy, not financial advice. But to do this strategy, you have to be Johnny on the spot, and you need to know exactly when Binance is going to launch, and you need to be exactly that time, and you need to basically just sell immediately. I've got my coins on OKX, so that's fine. I will just what I'll do is I'll just set stop losses, right? For like, maybe $10, $9, $8, $7, right? And then to buy, and then when to sell, and then when it hits those stop losses, it'll just sell automatically for me, whatever ratio I'll put, because the price in OKX is going to obviously reflect. It's all going to be the same, right? No matter what exchange, it's all going to be the same. If Binance makes this pump to say I don't know, $7 or $8, it's going to be the same price on OKX. Otherwise, you can just do arbitrage, right? You can just arbitrage it. That doesn't happen. That's all the same on every exchange, right? So that's why I've already got my Pi on OKX. So I'll just set my stop losses to sell, and that's going to be an easy fix for me, because then I don't have to worry about it. I just kind of figure, kind of like where I think the price is going to go, or I could just wait for it to pump, wait for it to get on Binance. If I'm there, if I'm awake, I'll just watch it, and when it pumps, I'll just sell, do it manually. You know what I mean? So yeah, either way, guys, you just have to be prepared. But hopefully, in a couple of days' time or tomorrow, they might announce it that everyone knows, and then the next day on Pi Day, because it's the 12th now, in 2 days' time it'll launch, and then everyone will be ready. So let's go, guys. So, yeah, don't get carried away about the price on a daily basis and sell when you're really going to cut your own throat. In my opinion, look at this long term, right? That's why I'm going to sell at the top, take profit, and then buy back in, because I think that Pi in 2 to 3 years time is going to be like a lot, a lot. So this is still early. This is like this $1.40. People are going to look back in 3 years time and go, oh my god, it was only $1.40. Now it's like $30 or $40 or whatever. I could have bought it at $1.47. You know what I mean? Like, this is what this is what's going to happen. Just trust me on this. This is what is going to happen, and a lot of people are going to be pissed off because they sold their coins when they should have just held. All right. I've seen this record play so many times through crypto. It is just, it's ingrained into my head that any decent project like Pi, you hold on to these ones. You don't sell them. Well, if you're going to sell them, buy back in. Like an event like Binance is a good example where when it lists, you sell, and then you buy back in. But you always hold all these coins like these layer 1s, layer 2s, these coins, like these generational coins like Pi, these ones here, Solana, BNB, Bitcoin. Obviously, you just hold them in your bag, right, long term. Alright, guys, they're my thoughts. Let's wait for the good news, and let's hopefully get this pumping. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and also leave your Pi ID tomorrow down below, so then people can add it to their network. I believe that's what people are doing, to add it to their security circle, so they can increase their security circle mining power. So leave your ID in the comments. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.